ladies. I hope all is well out there today. This is me checking in with you. And today I want to talk about toxic tarot. Yes, what is toxic tarot? Well, I like to do deviations. Toxic tarot is basically where you indulge into tarot or tarot, how you say it. I say tarot. And I just want to talk about my point of view when I look at the collective, especially as a single woman, and we're dating and going through different experiences of learning, because that's what I see relationships as, where I'm at in my life now. I used to be so very upset, disheartened, just basically really wasn't, in my true position as a woman. I feel I was operating more on my masculinity, which I kind of spoke about that in the previous video when I talk about when I cut my hair, about not operating on my feminine energy. And I just feel like being an independent woman, or having to be an independent woman, I realized that, I was, you have to learn how to turn your masculinity off. And I had to go through some experiences to teach me that. And not only go through some experience, but seeking guidance, seeking help, and going to certain people that good advisors and counselors, and just listening to their point of view when it comes to dating and, valuing yourself and stuff like that. Self-help, basically. I realized that as a woman, you have to be able to, in this society, especially, in the world of, us being so strong and independent and we don't need a man era or time and age, realize that I am a woman that desire partnership. I love masculinity. I love being with the opposite sex. And so in order to have a healthy balance within that, a healthy relationship, as a woman, I realized I had to chop off or cut off that masculinity when I'm around my masculine energy, my masculine mate, because I want him. It allowed both, it allowed nature to happen. I see, what I'm saying, when I'm in my proper position and in my proper role as a woman, and a respectful woman and a feminine woman, that allow him to be a masculine man. So I said all that to say, dating wise, we go through those experiences and learning. And so I consider myself a very spiritual person. All my life I have been, although I was brainwashed with religion early on in my childhood, which is okay, But as I got older, I started to make the decision of how I want to honor my higher power source, my creator, the most high, or whatever title you want to label it or she or it, they as, And so I started to look into tarot maybe 2017. I started to kind of shift my energy more into just going within myself. And actually, I had been in a relationship that kind of triggered me to look at myself in a different way. And so I always knew what tarot cards were or whatever, but just somehow I gravitated to it. Around end of 2016, early 2017, that's when I started to really research it and start to get an interest of tarot cards. And so, doing those few years, being in those communities and, understanding tarot cards and stuff, it's such a great tool. It's an ancient tool that we've been using for a long time. It's basically your higher energy, tapping into the spirit of of that energy. And it basically, you got to understand the cards and everything. You got to understand tarot, whatever. And so I said all that to say, trying to figure out, certain things was going on in my relationship at that time. And so I would turn to tarot. And it really helped me out. It did. It really gave some guidance. But as time go on, I did see myself becoming addicted to it. And then, as time, I realized that I become addicted because it's like I always just had to watch it every day and try to figure out what was going on with this person I'm dealing with and all that. And then as time went on, I started to realize, like, it's me. It's not really, I'm not going to blame the person I'm with because I'm not really having a successful relationship. I realized everything's about me that I needed to change so I can have a successful relationship. But just me, and I end up getting my own deck of cards so I can start learning on my own. And then as time went on, someone gifted me with some cards. And so I just kind of like to use my own and do my own deviations and just check my energy. But when I started to study more and more about tarot, it's not something you're supposed to do every single day, 3 times a day. You are the tarot cards. You really the cards. You are the crystals. You are the altar. These things help you to connect more to the higher self, your higher source, for clarity and for guidance. Not to, continue to see if this person that you so-called in love with, or, this basically you in this very unsure relationship. You were confused. You're dealing with the so-called these title soulmates and twin flames. It's just this new age stuff. Like, it's a lot of ancient knowledge that got, I feel like it has been diluted and misconstrued for money and for business. It's all go back to that. People, overnight are becoming tarot readers and spiritual people overnight. And I just feel like nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with tapping and becoming a better person within yourself. But it's like a business now. It's like a business. And now that I've done more of my shadow work on my own without continuing to binge watching tarot. And I've been kind of chilled out on that about a year or two now. Like, it ain't that deep to me no more, because once I started to fix myself, I started to see people and situations for what they really are. And I was like, I don't need tarot like that. To me, you need tarot like once a month, once every 3 months. You don't need it that much. And I just see now it's just a little community, a game, a business, which, hey, I'm not knocking nobody for what they do, but it's just toxic. And then when you go look at the comments, it's the same people. Oh, I broke up with him the other day and he ain't coming back, or I don't want him back. And it just be these comments of a lot of, if you really look outside yourself, because when you've been hurt and see hurt within you, you can see it on everybody else. And so you just get out of there and you be like, oh, and then they like the word, a lot of people like to throw around the word narcissism. He's a narcissist. No, it's not that these people be narcissists, which it is a behavior disorder. But I just think that term has been thrown around those communities because a lot of people don't want to take responsibility of their actions, because you have a choice. We all have choices. Even if you are married to a man, the wrong person, basically, or a person that's, you having to, kind of always into a cycle, like, not really going nowhere, not progressing with these people. Whether you married to them, got babies by them, you still have a choice. You don't have to stick there and be with them based off your emotions, off imbalanced, toxic emotion. Because if you're really truly thinking straight, because sometimes as women, we don't be thinking straight. We be too emotional. We be too much we be romanticizing a lot about what we want and not really understanding the whole the whole big picture of who you really are. Yes, we desire love, we should have love, but when you haven't dealt with issues, unconscious issues, which is kind of hard when it's unconscious because you really don't know. So, and I feel like when you get in these relationships, that's when those unconscious issues arise and you thinking it's them when it's really you. And so you continue to watch these tarot readings, trying to find these answers when the answers really already lies within you, So I just kind of want to talk a little bit about that toxic tarot. I just say, look, if you got you a little reader, get you one reader, maybe two readers that you can kind of bounce off with. But that's it. And, I will advise you to go get your own cards and you practice and learn that stuff on your own. And really starting to have self-worth and value on yourself, like within yourself, because it really, you already know the answers, like if the guy you would have got 3 months, 6 months, and it's already turbulence, leave it alone. It's easy said than done, because trust me, I know I've been in a situation where you really, really want this shit to work out, but it's just not working out. I've been there and done that. But I'm just here to encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, whoever love to watch tarot and binge watch tarot, step back from the tarot for a while. You see what I'm saying? Step back and listen to your own spirit. Your own spirit gonna direct you and talk to you. Your own intuition, which is already telling you that this guy or this girl is not for you, because you got to continue to watch tarot every day to see if they coming back. And then these titles, if you go look at them, it's the same repetitive titles. Like everybody got the same thing going on. He's coming back, twin flame. He's cheating on you, secret reveal. Like you can tell, it's like a game. And I just want us to be more conscious and aware of these, games and cycles and these schemes. Not to say they schemey, or they scare me. I'm not really saying that, because I love tarot. I want to be a tarot reader. And one day I may be a tarot reader. Who knows? But at the same time, learn to listen to your own voice. This is what it's all about, Tarot cards are very just for really entertainment. You need to really, if you really love it that deep, get you one or two people that you can trust, that you can get personal readings from, because most of the time this stuff is collective reading. Anybody, they think it can fit anybody for real. You see what I'm saying? That stuff can go with anybody, especially these days. And everybody got, most of the time, not everybody, but most people have relationship problems, because a lot of us are not in line to who we are as individuals. And a lot of us have childhood traumas, that mom and daddy issues that we really haven't addressed. And so, yeah, toxic tarot is toxic. Just, do your best to kind of seek counsel within yourself, meditate, take a break from that, and just listen, go to nature. I had to do that too sometimes. Sometimes I like I said, I've been there and I've done that, and I've been watched, and I want to know answers. Are they cheating on you, or this and these weird ass things? And at the end of the day, if you got to go to binge watch tarot every week, every day, once a month even, and especially dealing with relationships, that's already telling you the answer. To leave it alone. It ain't working out. You got to do all that. It just ain't working. And that's all it's about. What if YouTube wasn't around? Like, what if this stuff wasn't around? What you'll do? A lot of people just go crazy, I guess. I just want to bring forth that love and that light and just share those things with you. Like, I love deviations. I like to, use pentagrams, tarot cards. I love astrology. I love numerology. I love cosmology. I love science. I love knowledge and information. But you have to use discernment within yourself first. You first get a foundation with yourself. Build value, self-love within yourself, because that's what most of the time be lacking. We be so insecure, and so we feel like we have to go watch these tarot readers every day telling us lies half the time. I'm not saying they're not good. There's some good ones out there. And I'm not saying that tarot's a lie, none of that stuff. But at the same time, it's mostly collective reading. Some of the people just telling you what you want to hear, so you can keep coming back and giving them money, which is nothing wrong with that. It's art. It's creativity. You definitely can make money off of it, connect with people, help people heal, because sometimes through tarot you can definitely heal. But I just want to say, be strong and use it wisely. Don't use it, overindulge in it, you know. Don't every day, every 5 minutes, every hour, watching 20 card readers, you know, every day. This stuff drive you crazy. It would literally drive you insane. You know, I've been there. It's like all these thoughts and ideas in your mind. You're not using your own intuition that God gave you. It's okay. Like I said, it's okay to get some guidance, some, you know, insight every now and then. Get a personal reader. You know, even like get someone person that know how to really read cards and give you insight. But 9 times 10, it's about that guy you with or that girl you with. But I'm talking to my ladies mostly. It's about that guy you with, and he ain't treating you right, and you want to have answers, but you already know the answer to. You invested too much time and energy and emotion in your body, and you confused, sis. Like, no, I've been there. I'm here to tell you to stop, sis. Take a break from that toxic ass tarot and use your own intuition. Write and journal. Meditate. Leave him alone, sis, girl. He don't want you. Check out my next video about sis. He just don't want you. I appreciate you so much for listening in and tuning in. Thank you all. If you feel free and you feel moved, join me on Patreon. The link will be in the description box. Thank you. Sending peace and love.
Bye.